A very common mistake in written English is the possessive S. Not only do English learners struggle with this grammar rule, but so do a lot of native English speakers, as you can see by all of these examples. These are all using the possessive S, the apostrophe S, incorrectly. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why and how you can use it correctly. Before we continue, if you are not subscribed already, please do subscribe. My name is Catherine. I am a business English or advanced English teacher. So if you are intermediate to advanced and want to improve your English skills, this is the channel for you. What is the possessive S and how do we use it? Well, possessive means belonging to or being the possession of someone. For example, this phone is mine. This mouse is mine. These are my possessions. They belong to me. So if I am to write or say, this is Sarah's phone, the apostrophe S in this sentence lets us know that the phone belongs to Sarah. It is the possession of Sarah. This works with places and buildings, countries, cities. So, for example, New York's museums are beautiful. The building's architecture is inspiring. Amsterdam's city centre is known for bicycles. So the apostrophe S in all of these sentences demonstrates that the museums belonging to New York. The architecture belonging to the building. The city centre belonging to Amsterdam. Now, if you are talking about the plural of something, regular plurals where you just add the S, there is no need to add an apostrophe because it is not possessive. So building becomes buildings. This means there are more than one building. Garden becomes gardens, more than one garden. So, for example, the gardens here are beautiful. More than one garden is beautiful. This is not possessive, this is plural. However, the garden's atmosphere is pleasant with an apostrophe S. This is the possessive S. So the atmosphere belonging to one garden. Just one garden, and the atmosphere belonging to that garden is pleasant. However, what happens if you have plural of something, like a list of people, and you want to talk about the possession of that entire list of people? So in this example, you would say, that is Sam and Emma's dog. Sam and Emma, apostrophe S on the last person in the list. New York, London, and Taiwan's public transport is very efficient. So the possessive S always lands on the last thing, the last person, the last place in the list. But the understanding is everything in this list owns the object. So in this example, the understanding is the public transport belonging to London and Taiwan and New York is very efficient. James, Stephen, and Ben's house is dirty. The apostrophe S only lands on Ben, as he is the last person in the list. However, the understanding is the house belonging to James, Stephen, and Ben. They all own the house. So what if the subject is a regular plural noun, so ends in an S already because there is more than one? What do we do in that situation to demonstrate the possessive S? For example, parents, students, cousins, grandparents. All of these are examples of regular plural nouns where you just add an S to the end of the noun. So in this case, instead of adding an apostrophe S to make it friends, parents, we just add the apostrophe after the existing S. We do not add another S. Parents, students, cousins, grandparents, twins, friends, brothers. So the pronunciation is the same as though it is a plural. Otherwise, you'd be saying brothers is twins, and it takes such a long time to say. So we just add the apostrophe and ignore the possessive S. But the apostrophe tells us that this is still a possessive. So for example, this is my parents' house. The house belonging to my parents. My cousin's dog is not friendly. The dog belonging to my cousins. More than one cousin. But the dog belongs to all of them. Your grandparents' doctor called today. The twins' school closed today. My friends' cars are faster than mine. My brothers' wives are both from England. So although the apostrophe is only small and doesn't really seem like the placement matters, it can change the meaning of the sentence because the pronunciation is the same whether we're talking about plural or possessive. It's just the written English that gives us the clue that we're talking about one person and something belonging to that person or city. Now, with irregular plural nouns, so these are nouns that do not add an S when they become plural. So for example, child becomes children, goose becomes geese, woman becomes women. These are irregular plural nouns, and with these plural nouns, we keep the apostrophe S, the possessive S that we have been talking about in this video. It's only with regular plural nouns that end in an S already where we take away the second S and just keep the apostrophe. So for example, those are the children's bicycles. The geese's food is in the bucket. The woman's kickboxing class starts at 9 p.m. Don't touch the mice's cheese. So when writing in English, if something belongs to someone and you want to demonstrate that, if it is a possession of someone, belongs to someone, we always use apostrophe S unless it is a regular plural noun with an S on the end of the word already, in which case we just add the apostrophe. Let's have a look at some of these examples. Open Sundays. The plural of Sunday is Sundays with an S. So there's absolutely no need for the apostrophe to be here because in this sentence, Sunday doesn't possess anything, doesn't own anything. So this is the completely wrong use of the possessive S. Again, as you can see in this one, the plural of drink is drinks. There is no need for the apostrophe to be here. The drinks in this sentence don't own anything. However, you will often see restaurants, especially in America, that are a person's name, and that will have the apostrophe S. Why? Well, that is because the understanding is the restaurant belongs to that person. So look at these examples. Denny's, Sandy's, Wimpy's. This is them saying this is mine. So imagine it like Wimpy's restaurant or Denny's restaurant. So it is a belonging, it is a possessive. These are the correct use of the possessive S. The last thing to note before we end this video is if you see this, Jack's in the classroom, or Jack's bought a new laptop. These are contractions, meaning they are shortening or condensing of two other words. These are not the possessive S. So in these cases, Jack's in the classroom is a short way of saying Jack is in the classroom. Jack's bought a new laptop is a shorter way of saying Jack has bought a new laptop. These are unrelated to the possessive S, but you may see this apostrophe when people are trying to shorten a sentence or condense two words. Try and practice yourself. Create a few sentences that use the possessive S. So remember, the object in the sentence has to belong to the subject of the sentence in order for it to be possessive. Try it with regular nouns where you just add the apostrophe, and try it with irregular nouns where we add both the apostrophe and the S. I hope this was easy to follow. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Use these rules to improve your English writing, and regardless of how formal or informal your text is, you should always be using the apostrophe S, the possessive S, correctly. Even if you're texting a friend. Mike's birthday party. You would need to say Mike apostrophe S birthday party. Make sure to like this video before you leave, and I will see you next time. Bye!